What up, people? Let's get it in. Good afternoon. Got a lot of done. I got a lot of shit done today. I love days like this when I'm productive from start to finish. The cherry on top is gonna be my workout. He said there is money on the floor. Prawl said his ass. I disagree. I don't think that you can dissect it after listening one time. So I've been listening to it all day, and I'm gonna do a separate review for Conway's album as well. Conway dropped the album today, but I'm gonna give y'all I got the composition book. Y'all know what we do when I pull out the composition book. It's surgical. So my man Larry said, boom bap is back. I finally caught a lot. Malcolm Gardner, it's been a minute. You one of my OG viewers. Make sure that y'all subscribe, man. Share this live stream as y'all come in here. Wipe your feet. Do you feel the album sound a little outdated? Nah, I don't. I don't. And as far as the outdated part, I believe that it's supposed to give us a 1994, 95, 96 feeling. If that's what you meant by outdated, I'm gonna I got a nice little discussion I prepared for y'all for this joint. I listened to it a couple of times. I'm gonna be transparent. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna give it up. New York State of Mind 3, I wish was longer, but it was dope. Him and AZ track was fire. I didn't. I got an asterisk next to New York State of Mind Part 3. I'm going to give it up. He said we need that PILLMATIC 3 review too. There's no reason to review PILLMATIC 3. That shit is stellar. Shout out to PA Drake. PILLMATIC 3 is flawless. It is. I'm not going to compare it to these two albums that came out today, but PILLMATIC 3 is in a class by itself. It's just a ultra spectacular compilation produced by PA Dre, and they niggas got busy. I could tell y'all taking my efforts to keep this underground situation in effect. In terms of the MCs, I can tell y'all taking my shit a lot more serious. I'm watching the effort that y'all put in from PILLMATIC 1 to PILLMATIC 3. I can tell that I'm definitely getting a new energy. So we gonna do our part. I just need y'all to do y'all's. I already knew what to expect from Conway. Terry, give me 1 minute. I need more bodies in here. We gonna kick it. This is a conversation piece for sure. Definitely a conversation piece. I like what he did. I do. He did a few things on here that I really like and appreciate, and I'm pretty sure that others will appreciate it too. This album. He did something on this album that I don't see often, that we don't see often, and that is give other people their roses. I liked it that. I liked it that, and that's typical of somebody like Nas. I was telling Sugar T, that's E40's sister. I was talking to her on the phone earlier, and she got a shout out on the joint, and it knocked me out my chair. That he put that much detail into giving the females their acknowledgments. But I'm gonna get it going in just a minute. I need y'all to like this video and share it to y'all social media platforms. It's sad my era got to come back outside to hold down the culture. I want to start referring to hip hop as an art form because that's what it is. I don't think no other race of people refers to a genre of music as their culture. So I want to move away from that. I had a discussion with Curtis Schoon, and he was explaining to me that culture doesn't change much. A person's culture, it doesn't change, or it's not supposed to change, whereas hip hop has changed several times. If you understand what I mean, it has. We had the auto tune shit. We had drill music. Drill music ain't a part of our culture. Death isn't a part of our culture, so we can't continue to call hip hop culture. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? It's an art form. Why hip hop has an age limit unlike other culture? It's not a culture. It's an art form. And anybody can participate, appreciate, and contribute to an art form. Got it? So we're gonna get it going, man. We're gonna get it going. New albums came out today. New albums came out this month. I'm gonna hop in there with PILLMATIC 3. PILLMATIC 3 dropped this month. Nas and DJ Premier's highly anticipated contribution, Light Years, dropped this morning. Well, I posted the first song that I posted was at 12 midnight. It came out right away. And Conway the Machine dropped an album today. I haven't tapped into Conway joint yet. I listened to one song, but I'm gonna do a review for Conway on my green screen. Anyway, Light Years. We got 15 tracks. I thought initially, as I'm listening to it, I'm scrolling through social media, Facebook, Instagram, and I'm listening to other people and their interpretation or their evaluation of it. And I heard people being very, very critical of it. Hold on. I heard people being very, very critical of it, and mainly they were being critical of Premiere. This isn't a flawless album. I believe when Nas drop a project, Nas is held at such a high standard that people be wanting a certain product. And it's almost virtually impossible to continue to put out that immaculate contribution. We got 15 tracks. I listened to it in the whip. I listened to it on TV. I listened to it on my PC, on my computer. I'm about to go listen to it while I'm in the gym. We got 15 tracks. This was a Nas album. This was a Nas album. This is a nice, casual, contemporary hip hop album. Not a lot of profanity. Um, Great subject matter. The elements were acknowledged in um, this album, and you could tell by some of the titles. Some of the titles: New York State of Mind 3, Welcome to the Underground, Pause Tapes, Writers, uh, Nasty, Esco, Nasir, My Story, Your Story featuring AZ, Junkie, which we've heard several times over the years. The earliest rendition of this type of song was done by Nice and Smooth. It was called Hip Hop Junkies. Common Sense put out one similar called I Used to Love Her. And I think Nas may have done a song similar to this before. He basically talking about Microphone Fiend by Rakim. That was a similar um track. And it just talks about one's addiction to the art form, one's addiction to hip hop. Uh I like this joint. I like this joint. I like this joint. I like this joint, man. I don't care what nobody say. I like this joint. I do. This is one of his joints that's gonna have some staying power because it's so hip hop. It is. I'm gonna start from number one. Number one didn't do nothing for me. That was called "My Life Is Real." That didn't do nothing for me. Let's say that was the introduction. Number two was "Get Ready." Get ready. I'm like, all right, okay. This is this is it right here. New York State of Mind 3. It has a Billy Joel sample, I believe. When you hear New York State of Mind, we be expecting something dynamic. He's done a couple of joints. New York State of Mind number one. You already know what time it is with that. You already know what time it is with that. That joint is invincible. New York State of Mind too. New York, New York. Another great contribution. This one, Uh, I don't, this one was okay. I probably have to sink my teeth in it a couple more times. This one was okay. Welcome to the underground. Self-explanatory. Madman and Pause Tape. Pause Tapes was about basically making a tape, stopping the beat, finding a break beat. This is what I got out of it. But I'm gonna go to straight to number 7. This is when it started getting serious and intense. Writers. The songwriters. There are some people all over the world right now who have been under appreciated, under acknowledged for so long. And they woke up this morning and they said, damn, I can't believe this shit. It's niggas that got up this morning and said, I can't believe this shit. I can't believe it. He wrote a song about us. Writers is a song paying homage to the graffiti artists. I thought that was so dope. I thought that was so live. And he named names. He named names. He named graffiti. He named Graph Crews, man, from both coasts, from Philadelphia, and I believe this is the one that he used the sample from the Far Side. It's just it this it that joint that's that shit. Riders is that shit. Riders is a song that's gonna be around forever. I expect to see Riders in a documentary. The next person that does a documentary about the graffiti artists, and they got joints out. There's different elements of hip hop. You got the graffiti artists, you got the DJs, you got the MCs, and you got the B boys. I thought that Riders was just, especially coming from Nas. I know that them dudes is just so flattered that he said Tame one, and I believe he said Dez, who was Dez is Dez or Dez one is DJ K Slay. He acknowledged so many graffiti artists, man. I'm like, this. I don't think this has ever been done before, especially from somebody that's that high profile. I thought that that was the shit. I thought that that was the shit. Again, this album right here, he did something that we don't see often. Most albums, a person just be on their own dick. It's all about me. It's all about the MC. It's all about me. This album right here, he gave his roses to people, and I thought that was just so fucking thorough. I did. I thought it was so thorough. Um, Premiere. Let's talk about Premiere briefly. Desi Dez was K Slay. Okay. Tame one from the Artifacts. He named all of these different graph artists. I thought that was just crazy. I think he even named some from overseas. But like I said, if we go to Instagram, you're gonna see these graph artists. They're gonna use this song. That song alone is gonna get so many fucking streams because a whole community is gonna stand on that song. They have a soundtrack. They actually have a soundtrack now from a highly decorated MC. After Riders is number 8, Sons, and AKA Young Kings. It's about, the shorties, my little man, my son. It even gave roses to the women who are raising boys by themselves. This album is healing. This ain't just hip hop. This is healing. This is medicine. For real. Uh I seen people saying shit about Premier's production. I don't know what y'all expected. I don't know if y'all expected him to be Premier from the 1990s. That's not him. He's in his 50s now. When I hear DJ Premier production, there's anticipation. I'm expecting something. Y'all know what I'm expecting when I hear DJ Premier production. His signature, the scratches and shit. I love that shit on a hip hop song. I love that on a hip hop song. That's his signature. He gave us that. He gave us that. Some songs he did it more than others. Some songs he did more than others. If I was to get his song a grade from 1 to 10, I probably get his joint at 8.5. This ain't a perfect offering. It's not. It's a couple joints in here that one of these songs he fucked up bad. Not Nas Premier. I can't. I can't. I can't remember which one of these ones. One of these joints, I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember which one it was. Nas has a voice, a therapeutic voice that when you hear it, it just puts you someplace. And he uses that voice as a weapon on this joint, man. Like this recording strikes me as him going into the studio and casually putting this shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just do my Esco shit. There was times on this album when Esco, I've told y'all many times, there's a difference between Nas and Esco. Esco showed up on this joint a couple of times. Nasty Esco Nasir, of course. My Story, Your Story, featuring AZ. I see people in my comments on Instagram saying, "Man, why don't they just give us an album?" This is my opinion. Why? And they know people want that. Az was even saying it on the song. This is what y'all wanted, right? This is what y'all wanted, right? He was saying it on the song. I've said this many times about Nas. Nas raps. He's most excellent. His excellence comes out when he's on a track with another skillful MC. And that's what happened when he did My Story, Your Story with AZ. We didn't heard them together. We heard them together on The Flyest. We heard them together on Life's a Bitch. They probably got some others. Of course, they was together. They was on songs together on the firm and shit. But just them two. We got Life's a Bitch. We got The Flyest. My Story, Your Story is a classic joint because people want that fly mafioso shit that they do when they together. And I believe that we haven't. He spoke about overexposure on here too, on this album too. He spoke about overexposure, and that could be associated with the situation with him and Az. We should only be giving Nas and Az in increments. It just keeps the prestige. It keeps the prestige level way up here. If Nas ever wanted a dagger of a song, he'd know who to call. It's gonna be Az or it's gonna be Raekwon. Ray ain't on this joint. We got Az. They got off on that joint. I like that joint. That's that shit. That's one of them joints to make you go get fresh. My Story, Your Story. I wanna. I started to write down this one line that Nas said on there. They was saying some slick shit again. Nas gets busy according to who he on the track with. When Az and when they on the track together, you already know what to expect, and they gave us that. So, um, I don't want to say that the standout track is My Story, Your Story, because it's not. The standout track is not My Story, Your Story. I skipped over it, and I got 3 stars next to the standout track on this CD. And it's a few of these joints that got replay value. Like, I played it, I listened to it. Oh, I gotta hear that again. So I didn't listen through 1 through 15 in a straight shot. Some of these joints I played over and over and over before I went to the song. The standout diamond on this motherfucking track, on this motherfucking project, is called "It's Time," featuring the Stevie Miller Band. That's a bad motherfucker. That's a bad motherfucker. Time keeps on slipping, slip. EPMD used that joint, I believe, on Knick Knack Paddywhack. I believe they used that sample before. It was EPMD. I'm 100% sure. I know it was EPMD because I love that song, right? But that this joint is time. Oh my god! I'm like, oh shit! It's just, oh my goodness. Time keeps on. They got off. They got off. He said, "You're a customer." He said, "Primo chopped that up crazy." That's the joint. That's the joint right there. That's the motherfucking joint. I got 3 stars next to it. If there's gonna be a single, woo, that's the joint to make you hop out your seat. Somebody said EPMD, you're a customer. Oh man, oh man, that's a bad motherfucker right there. It went as soon as I heard it. I know where I heard that shit from. I knew where I heard that shit from. I knew where I heard that shit from. I'm like, that's that EPMD joint. And whenever somebody used that joint, I believe the song go because I believe it's a commercial with it, there was a commercial with the song. Time keeps on slipping, slipping into the future, something like that. When I heard that shit, I'm like, damn. After that, after the sample and the after Primo did his shit to that joint, there was nothing that Esco. He didn't have to do much. He didn't have to do much. Fly like an eagle. Yeah, yeah. Yo, that's the joint on here. I'm telling you. And there's some other joints. Seriously. So when you go back, it's like fruit salad. And a good hip hop album should be like fruit salad. It's composed. It consists of a lot of different fruits with a lot of different flavors and tastes and colors. And each of these fruits, you're gonna get something out of it. It's time is the cherry on top of this motherfucking project. Straight up. And I can't, you see him smiling, and that's what hip hop should do to you. It should illuminate you. You see how my energy changed when I started talking about this joint? That motherfucking joint is that bad. That joint is gonna go down like with Project Windows and some of his great songs. And Primo could take a bow, god damn it, because that what niggas is expecting of you. You did it on this project, but people was looking for a dazzling joint. You know how who's gonna take the weight? You know how he did who's gonna take the weight and above the clouds and royalty. There's some joints that Primo just go above and beyond with that slick shit that he be doing. And this is one, and I know that this is one. I know that this is one. So, my story, your story. I got stars by certain tracks. Get ready. My story, your story. Nasty Esco Nasir. It's time. Is the joints that I like. And writers is the joints that I really, really like on here. This right here is a good joint. And I knew before this came out. I need y'all to help me out. I need y'all opinion now. I need you. He said we needed that replay value song. He got a couple of them on here, but that's the one. It's time. Now I need y'all to interject right here. Right? He gave us 15 tracks. I don't think this is a flawless album. There was just a couple joints that I'm like, right? I need y'all to tell me. I need y'all to tell me what's some of the joints that y'all like on here. I want to hear what y'all have to say. Um, Junkie is number 13. I said that's we've heard that type of song before. Hip Hop Junkies by Nice and Smooth. Microphone Fiend, I Used to Love Her by Common. He just talking about his addiction. I've always liked when an MC talk about the music and talk about how nice he is. And he does all of that on this project. It's Time is Fire. New York State of Mind 3. Get it? That Get It joint they could have kept. I thought it no, it's not called Get It. It's called Get Ready. That's track number 2. I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. Would you say that the album is complete from front to back? Yeah, yeah. I need y'all for just a second, right? Is this album better than the joints that he did with Hit Boy? Is these I'm gonna get to Bouquet in a minute. I was holding that for a second. Is this joint better than the joints that he did with Hit Boy? They said Hit Boy is better. I don't think so. 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 I think he got some whales on here. I think he got some whales on here. He got several whales on here. For real. He said it's on par but not better. They have certified classics. This is better than Hit Boy. I have to play it more. I played it a few times. He did a couple of joints with Hit Boy, right? He did more than one joint with Hit Boy, right? That joint is Time, Writers, My Story, Your Story. I don't know, man. This shit's on all them albums with Hit Boy. I think it will be a part two. From what I'm reading, the votes are divided. They said six. They did six of them. They did six of them. Okay, listen here, right? Preem ain't got to do six. Preem ain't got to do six. He don't. He don't. He don't. Preem ain't got to do six. He don't. He don't. He don't. He don't. This is enough. It is. This is a real hip hop album. Nas lets you know his mindset is on a whole nother level. Yeah, he was talking that cryptocurrency Scarface shit on here. I can't remember what song it was. Again, it might be Shine Together. Again, I would have to listen to it again. But this is a Nas album right here. This is. This is. And for y'all in here that's saying, um, that y'all like the Hit Boy joint, I'm not trying to talk y'all out of that. Music is it's based on your own perspective, right? Hit Boy ain't got a song like It's Time. He don't. He don't. He put out six projects. He put out six projects, right? Somebody in here just said he did six. He put out six projects. Do he have a song like It's Time? That song is just so dope. That song. He said he don't. Hell no. Hell no. He said, I like Hit Boy too, but this is real. Primo got this one, people. Um, BK Crypto, there you go. Yeah, you should be straight. I would say legit, but that's it. This could be Nas 444 album. There's no replay value on them Hit Boy joints. That's how I received them Hit Boy joints. I just told y'all a minute ago. I was looking for replay value. And I tried to listen to this joint from 1 to 15. There was a few joints on here, maybe four, maybe five, that I had to. I'm gonna play that again. I'm gonna listen to that again. And on my way to the gym, when I get done with y'all, I'm gonna listen to his time on the way to the gym because that is that shit. That is that shit. For real. For real. For real. And I've been on this platform and I've been critical of Esco. Because when I hear him rap, I be wanting Esco. There's times on this album when he was just Nas, and that was enough for me. And when you listening to a primo produced album, especially from somebody like Nas, it's gonna have several components. Beats, them fucking scratches. Primo don't Gangstar didn't use hooks all like that. I don't think Gangstar didn't really use hooks all the time. Um, I believe just to get a rep. There were songs that had hooks. Sometimes other people were singing it, like Royalty. You had the niggas from Jodeci singing that. Some of the times, um, Guru would actually, spit the hook. But a signature Gangstar song was Primo scratching and doing his shit for the hooks and shit. And when you get in the album from Nas that's produced by Primo, there's just so many things that's gonna make you like the fucking song. For real. Right? Um, so my story, your story is that shit. Writers is that shit. Sons is that shit. It's Time is that shit. Somebody said that they like New York State of Mind. Based on the first New York State of Mind 1 and 2, this one probably has to grow on me a little bit. I ain't dissing it. It was just like I'm expecting something because it's New York State of Mind. I was just expecting something, but I didn't get it. Maybe I have to listen again. Bouquet. A Nas project wouldn't be complete. I believe he does this all the time. Without a song for the ladies. You have to make a project, somebody of his magnitude, good looking guy, smooth nigga. Chicks always liked his music. You got to put something in there for him. And when I say chicks always liked his music, there was chicks that got converted by If I Ruled the World, because Lauryn Hill was on that. There was chicks that was their first time hearing Nas. Oh, I like him. Love him, baby. There was people that was introduced to him like that. Probably a lot of girls. Bouquet. I'm expecting his song for the ladies. And when I seen Bouquet and it had in parentheses, for the ladies or whatever, I thought it was gonna be some romance shit. He can get on that. Picture us married, you and me, KISSI. He always give you one of them joints, something for the chicks. Uchi Wally. It's always something in there for the chicks, right? And when I listened to it, it took me in a totally different direction. I'm like, oh, here we go again. He's giving somebody their roses. This joint right here was an acknowledgement of the female MC. I know that they feeling themselves right now. And I really, really wish he put Marvelous in that joint. That's the only, I'm like, damn, he didn't mention Marvelous. But in order to know Marvelous in music, you had to been listening to gangster rap because she wasn't getting on the radio. Her and Sibo, they wasn't getting on the radio. I talked to Sugar T earlier today because her name was mentioned. I called her and told her, girl, you on this fucking Nas album and shit. She was excited. She's felt underappreciated at times. And he gave the female MCs their roses, past and present. He mentioned female MCs who are deceased, who have returned to the essence. I thought that was dope because they don't always. He mentioned Shay Nor, New School, Trust Gang, Buffalo. She's from Buffalo. I know that made her smile ear to ear. He mentioned some of the current female MCs. He did. He didn't mention Marvelous. I'm like, damn, I wish he would have mentioned Marvelous. When I heard him mention the Conscious Daughters and he mentioned Sugar T, I'm like, this nigga is really, really doing his fucking homework. Like, he really, really. You almost can't remember as many. He wrote down on a tablet. And I believe this is one of them songs when other people in the studio help out. I need some names of some female MCs, and you sit there and you write them all down on a list, all the female MCs that you could think of, because he was mentioning obscure. I'm talking about. I know he said Hurricane G. He was saying, of course, he gonna mention Roxanne Shante. She's from Queensbridge. He gave them their roses. I don't think this has ever happened for them. Female MCs, some of them don't write their own raps. They're held to a high standard because they are in a male dominated art form where you get props for writing your own rhymes. Some of them, it's well known that they don't, but he still gave them their acknowledgement. I know they just like they're gonna be kissing all over that nigga wherever he go for the next 3, 4 months, maybe year. They're gonna be kissing all over that nigga, hugging him, kissing. Oh my love, I love you so much, like because he gave them all their roses, all of them except for Marvelous. Marvelous, I love you, baby, and I appreciate what you do. Marvelous is on songs with Sibo, and that's a lot of gangster shit. So If you wasn't listening to extreme gangster rap like Sibo, you probably not familiar with who Marvelous is. I interviewed her on this platform, but he missed Marvelous. Everybody else, they got their props, and I thought that was dope as fuck. All in all, I get his joint an 8.5, almost a 9. It's like a borderline 9. And I'm not. I've been critical of Nas. Y'all know I've been critical of him. I've said my shit. I've talked my shit about this nigga. I talked my shit about this nigga. I told y'all that Hove took me away from Nas. I started out, Nas came out first. Well, Nas became famous first, right? New York State of Mind, Life's a Bitch, Halftime, Represent, One Love. I was on the block getting money in them years. And we was all on some pretty thug shit. So we Esco disciples. And Hove came along and he kind of like took me away from Nas. Nas won the battle because of Ether, but I felt that Jay-Z was a better from top to bottom. I thought Hove was better. Right now, the way that I feel today, I'm just like, man, he's doing it, and he's forced some niggas' hands. Some people's hands got forced today. Mainly Jay-Z. Jay-Z know he got to come back out. Hove, it's on you. He know he got to come back out. The album is hip hop to the core. That Third Childhood is a banger. It's a shame that a song like that has to wait till track 15. I like how he sequenced this. It just made you have to sit here and listen through it to get what you wanted out of it. For real. Nostalgic. New York State of Mind 3 was trash. I don't know what to think about New York State of Mind 3, but I'm thinking that maybe that New York State of Mind 1 and 2, you held them joints in such a high regard. He couldn't keep that shit up. He couldn't keep that shit up. He couldn't keep that shit up. If anything, he probably should have named the New York State of Mind. Well, Primo was on there, so and Primo, I believe Primo produced New York State of Mind 1. So I guess he said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fire it. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this at these niggas. But that ain't one of the great songs on here. It's not. And I hate that. But this is dope. This is one of them joints that's gonna be whatever you feel is Nas great, his great albums. It was written, Illmatic, Stillmatic, whatever ones that you like. I feel that this could go in there. That's just my personal opinion. Daryl Javon, peace and salute, brother Dribble. First and foremost, Game Star is my favorite group of all time. But I respectfully disagree. Premier production on that album is lackluster. I'm just saying. I disagree with you. Um, that's Young Preem right there. And that's one of my favorite rappers of all time. The late, great Keith Elam. And I don't know, man. Y'all expected him to keep that level of excellence that I just showed y'all in that poster. Them niggas probably was in their 20s in that picture. I'm looking at their clothes. That's definitely during the, you know, just to get a rep air. That was probably an 80s picture. And you probably, like I said, because of who they are, you're expecting something. The bar has been set. You're expecting something. I don't think that they underachieved. So that Daryl Javon, I appreciate your super chat and I appreciate your comment. I've seen other people saying that too. YNX says something on Facebook. Big Dubes, I seen what you said. Big Dubes is from the Sporty Thieves. I've seen what you said. I think you need to go listen to it again. I give it an 8.5, damn near 9. To be fair, I'm gonna say 8.5, and that's a great acknowledgement. He said ice cream tea, sugar tea. Yeah, he named all of them. Shay Noah was born April 19th, 1994, the same day the Illmatic dropped. He mentioned Sexy Red. He lost me on that. I believe he mentioned Dej Loaf. He did that, and she's not really a rapper all like that. But he gave them their roses, man. Trust me. They playing that song for their kids and their family and friends. Like Nas, that's the creme de la creme. He acknowledged me. He knows my name. He knows what I do. He acknowledged me for it, and that's something that you don't see all the time. Because people are Sean Price said I don't like female rappers. He said it flat out like that. And Esco gave them their flowers. He did. Nas is such an enigma, and when he pops out, he surprises in some way. He forgot to mention the brat. He shouted out Jean Grey, best female I heard. He mentioned Boss. I felt that. He shouted out Nonchalant. Yeah, he even said 5 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, man. Yeah. This is a good day, man. He dropped it on a Friday. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. I can't stress that enough. So you have to listen to the duo's joint. Eric Sermon nailed it. Gully definitely has some Esco slander videos. I wasn't slandering a nigga. I was saying that some of that shit is not what y'all was making it out to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to remember, I do the PILLMATIC series. I fuck with a lot of rappers. We message each other, and they be hitting me up like, Gully, man, you said this and you said that. Yeah, I said it. But a lot of you niggas, I'm older than y'all. So my expectations of him is different. Y'all wasn't around during Esco season. Y'all sparked a lie with the 840. I fly. Pretty thugs show no love. It's like when Dubs cry. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Park the land and Mark Buchanan. Fucking job. I'ma die scrambling. Y'all don't know that. You got to be of a certain age. So niggas my age were spoiled because we got that potent package and shit. Big Doob said he didn't like this joint. He might be spoiled because we're used to a certain level of excellence. And although, like I said, it's only 8.5. I could push 9 on some days. I could listen to this joint repeatedly. This has enough replay value, enough songs with replay value that I would listen to it again and again and again. Straight up. He said, watch Jay-Z drop. He has to. My man said, Hove kidnapped us. He did. He did. And he got to drop. He has to drop. I know he listened to this joint like, I want some, man. I want some. I want some rec. It's like going to a hoop game, man, and sitting on the sideline. You got your sneakers on. You got some shorts on under your sweats. You seeing other niggas out there get busy and shit. Mill, you want to run? I ain't even come to play, but I'm prepared. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, hell yeah. Let me get some. Lace them up and get out there. So that's just gonna happen with Hove. I promise y'all. Hove, you're on deck, pimp. The beat flip fucked up New York State of Mind Part 3. You did see Terminology and Bun B live the other night with status selected. Nah, I didn't see that. I was caught by surprise. I had low expectations. This is a dope album for sure. Did Premier produce the whole album? I don't think he would share this moment with nobody else. This is anticipated. People wanted this for real. Great album when you think about it, top to bottom, especially all the music that's been coming out that's been trash. I'm glad you said that. I need y'all to look at it from that angle. I need y'all to compare what dropped today by a nigga that's in his 50s to what be coming out. To what be coming out. Y'all know these niggas come out and it drop on Monday, Tuesday night is cooked already. It's just not gonna get no more wreck. He gave us some joints on here that we're gonna play in 10 years. Straight up. Thank you. Primo sound change. I was waiting to hear that classic Primo bounce. He moved away from that. Dre said it was the beat. What you talking about? You talking about You talking about New York State of Mind 3? If you was the A&R on Nas' new album, what would you do differently? I feel that Nas is at his best. It was cool that he didn't have a bunch of features on this. I think the only feature he had was AZ. That was cool. Me, I like that Nas and Raekwon pairing since Verbal Intercourse. Since Nas and Raekwon, rich, black, African, that joint, I would never, if I A&R a project with Nas, you need to call Ray, my nigga. You need to call Ray. It's just a dynamic. It's a certain dynamic. Like I said, certain people bring out the best in Nas. Some of the when he's at his best is when there's certain niggas present. AZ is one of them, and Raekwon is one of them. It's a song on here that I just thought was, I'm like, that's ass. It and it if the beat, this is how I interpret music. There's music that I listen to and I love that it didn't have the most dynamic lyrics or bars on there. They Want Effects by Daz Effects. Zip with the Drip tried to tell me that that was an early form of mumble rap. I'm older than Zip. He tried to say that was an early form of mumble rap. I think he even said that it was whack. You can't tell me that they want effects. Bump stickety bump. You can't tell me that shit was whack. But a big part of the attraction to that song was that goddamn beat. You know what I'm saying? So the beat is the steak. The beat is the main entree on a song. You know what I'm saying? I feel that when the beat is like that, the MC, half of his work is done. You can get on here and, just put on a dazzling performance, man. Like, when you hear that song by Jay-Z and Mariah Carey, it's the things that you do that make you bounce. You know what I'm talking about? I think it's called The Things That You Do. Big or bossy, jig or flossy, crusty or musty, sober or saucy, broken and Todd Bridges, richer than Bill Cosby. When you get a track like that, there's nothing else to do but boogie and shit. You know what I'm saying? And after we completed the joint, I would have asked Preem, you sure you ain't got nothing else in the chamber? You sure you ain't got nothing else? I need 3 more joints. We did 15. I need 18 because I need to pick. I need 3 more songs to pick from. I need 3 more songs to pick from. If I can come up with just one more joint with replay value, then we might can get them 5 mics, or we might can get them four. Anyway, I have to get to the gym. I hope y'all enjoy this new project by Esco. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. Dre, text me. I want to know what you think about this joint. Like, share, comment, leave in the comment section how y'all feel about this project. I'm about to go work out. It's Friday. I got some dope music to put on my iPods, and I want y'all to enjoy this shit too. I'm gonna do an album review about Conway joint later. I'm out. Peace.